Tales of the Todds When Saturday Got Lost in the Sofa by Adam English, illustrated by Beatrice Mello. Let us introduce you to the Todds, a terrific family with some tall tales to tell. To all the terrific, tireless, totally mad families out there. The Todd family of 17 Skagel Street were gobbling down their breakfast as usual. Tom leapt up and raced to the door, bumping into Dad. "Where are you rushing off to on this lovely Sunday morning?" asked Dad. "Sunday?" frowned Mum. "What happened to Saturday?" We went to school," suggested Tom. "That was Friday," said his twin brother Toby. "Tabitha took the hamster to the vet," proposed Mum. "That was Wednesday," sighed Dad. Dad sat down. "Now you mention it, I really don't remember." "Oh, no, we've lost Saturday," declared Mum. "None of us can remember it at all." "Don't worry," said Dad, springing up. "When something is lost, I always end up finding it in the same place." "Where's that?" asked Tom. "Down the back of the sofa, of course," declared Dad. "Follow me." Dad led the family into the living room. "Go on," said Mum, nudging the boys. "You know what to do." Tom took a deep breath, stepped up to the sofa, stuck a hand between the cushions, and pulled out a spoon. "See, it's not there," he whined. "You have to dig deeper than that," bellowed Dad. Toby shoved his brother away and dug his hand in up to the elbow. He wriggled around and yanked out a toy train and a plastic spider. He chucked the spider away just as his older sister Tabitha came into the room. "What are you all doing?" said Tabitha, sounding annoyed. She often sounded annoyed. "We've lost Saturday in the sofa, darling," explained Mum. "What?" scowled Tabitha. "Days belong on the calendar. You can't lose them in the sofa." "Do you remember what happened?" asked Mum. "Yes, Tabitha realized she couldn't remember either. "Let me try," huffed Dad. He lunged a hand inside the cushions, and out came a unicycle and a lobster cage. A lobster scuttled out of the cage towards the back door. The whole family piled in. Tom found a model of the Eiffel Tower. Toby wrestled a suit of armor onto the carpet, and Mum and Dad together yanked an angry goat out by its rear legs. "That's the way," enthused Dad. "No," Tabitha stamped her foot. "We haven't lost Saturday in the sofa. We've just forgotten what happened because we're always rushing around." No one could hear her over the trombone. Once the family had started digging through the sofa, it was hard to stop. The day wore on, and more random things appeared, so that the family had to toss them out the window to make room. As evening approached, Dad heard a moaning sound and released the neighbor, Mr. Jenkins, who had apparently been trapped inside the sofa for 9 days. He ran out of the house, tripping over a pumpkin and a telescope on the front porch. Night had fallen. Tom gently drew back the cushions, and some Chinese lanterns floated out of the sofa, drifted over to the window, and out into the night sky. "Admit it!" Tabitha yelled. "It's not there. Now, can we all just sit down and breathe slowly?" "Hold on," wheezed Mum, laying on the floor. "I think I see something." Mum reached underneath the sofa and pulled something out. She heaved herself up and sat on the sofa to examine what she'd found. The whole family gathered round. "Oh, There it is, said Dad. I remember now, said Tom. Me too, said Toby. It was a nice day. As they all reached out and touched Saturday, they remembered that the sun had glowed warmly all day. Dad had cooked a particularly tasty lasagna that was crispy round the edges, and Toby had scored 2 goals at his soccer game. And now, as they all held Saturday in their hands, they realized Tabitha was right. They'd all been rushing around too much to appreciate it. Well, said Dad, next time we have a nice day, let's not lose it down the back of the sofa. Let's make sure we enjoy it in the moment and remember it. Ma, agreed the goat. The end. Thank you for listening to the story.